The following short story is brought to you written, narrated, and edited by Maxwell Stover. This piece contains mature content. Viewer discretion advised. Without further ado, sit back, relax, and settle in for The Hare looked down at him speculatively, dull knife in hand, accented with a mixture of rust and blood. The small boy's bottom lip was quivering, and to the Hare it looked like an earthworm wriggling in heat on a summer sidewalk. The Hare's stare was like hot concrete sizzling its fragile skin, causing it to squirm before inevitably the boy let out a wail. The boy's attempt at vocalizing his fear did take the Hare by surprise. Between the choking sobs, his little scream reminded the Hare of a gull screeching over the sand dunes, and in that moment, the Hare was transported away from the fursuit he donned each day, away from its stench of bodily odors, away from the rough wool inner lining of the suit that scratched his skin and made him sweat. He saw himself on the beach, not much older than the boy. He had a pair of light blue swim trunks highlighted with streaks of pink, which made him look as though he fashioned the trunks of fluffy cotton candy. The sea breeze prickled the drops of water on his arms and chest that remained from his ocean swim, and he felt the chill already held within him intensify like a snake made of ice, coiling itself within his core. The smell of fish waste and sea salt pervaded his nostrils, but a new smell was taking over. The olfactory illusion of iron associated with blood reigned supreme now, and he took his gaze from the gull above to the landscape around him. The group he'd accompanied were all lying on the sand in pools of crimson spreading steadily out beneath them, turning the golden brown grains in umber shade. The lollipop he'd held in his mouth grew sickeningly sweet in that moment, the taste of cherry moving from fruitfully tasteful to horrifically nauseating. He shifted his gaze to the only standing figure, a woman, Mother, holding the butter knife they had used for their picnic on the beach. It had once been stained red due to strawberry jelly, now from blood. In her left hand, Mother held Pluto, his pet hare, with a sense of grace not held in the rest of her rigid body. Pluto's white head turned around to look at him, nose and ears twitching slightly. He met the hare's gaze, little black eyes shining, reflecting a darkness previously unknown to him. Suddenly, Mother lifted the blade and drove it down into her chest. The boy let out a small gasp, and his mother sank into the sand, her own blood adding to the arcane mixture around her. Her entire body slumped violently down, except for the arm which held Pluto. That arm remained rigid and steady until the hare leaped off, where it then completed its delayed collapse with the rest of the corpse. Stuck in Pluto's black stare, the hare hopped towards him slowly, the world becoming an umbral shade filled not with the light of the sun, but of a perverse black star filling the sky. With a yell, he brought himself back to the restaurant, back to his sins, back to the boy and the knife and the bodies around him, and in that brief moment of regained control, he raised the knife and plunged it down into his chest. He felt his own blood soaking through the suit, his life seeping out faster than he imagined. His body fell limp, but the suit remained stiff, maintaining the illusion of the hare. The small boy, who had only wanted to enjoy his best friend's birthday party, who had enjoyed every second up until the chaos, who could have easily been one of the others, looked into the little black eyes of the hare. The titular mascot, Pluto, looked back, and in that moment, the boy felt the world begin to turn an umbral shade.